Other interesting business news, you have Big Lots declaring bankruptcy and sold to Nexus Capital Management. This comes to us thanks to Kate Gibson over at CBS News, in which she says, quote, Big Lots declares bankruptcy and agrees to be bought by private equity firm. When I say, quote, Big Lots said that it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for protection from its debts, with the discount retailer citing inflation and high interest rates for hurting its business. The Columbus-based Ohio company said it intends to sell its assets and what remains of its business to private equity firm Nexus Capital Management. Bankruptcy comes after a month after the company said they will close 315 stores nationwide, which additional close more stores. We have Bruce Thorne, who's the retailer's president and CEO, saying, quote, though the majority of our store locations were profitable, we intend to move forward with a more focused footprint. Now they say the retailer's core customers have cut their discretionary spending on home and seasonal products, which makes up for a large portion of Big Lots revenue, as the company noted, which, yep, yet another thing you can cut easily from your 2024 budget as something that's 110% unnecessary and a luxury. Yeah, no one needs seasonal products or at all. Yeah, because of no one needs that. Especially when it comes to furniture, just make your own furniture last longer, or just build your own, like I did. Now, they say, quote, bankruptcy is inevitable for the chain, which posted 16 consecutive quarters of comparable sales declines, according to Neil Sanders, who's the managing director of Global Data. While he rejected the notion that the retailer's troubles are entirely due to the changing economic backdrop. He says, quote, Big Lots is not always good value for the money. Many of the items it sells are not high-end and are not drastically expensive, but equivalents also can be found cheaper at stores, including Walmart, which, yeah, that's a big 500-pound gorilla in the room, or just 500-pound Razorback, wherever that funny little mascot is, pig, whatever it is. Hog. Kidding, I got friends from Arkansas, but nevertheless, they say, quote, another issue plaguing Big Lots is, quote, very jumbled and muddled product mix, which puts off customers and hurts the shopping experience. But bankruptcy will give the retailer a chance to restructure its $573 million in long-term debt and increasing interest payments. Looks like Big Lots has secured commitments for $707.7 million of financing, including $35 million in new funding from its current lenders. If approved by the court, financing is expected to provide sufficient liquidity to support the company while it works to complete sale to Nexus Capital, which, for better or worse, we've heard horror stories and we've heard a couple of good stories in terms of companies being bought by private equity and increasing or decreasing in value. I mean, probably one of the best use cases of it helping would be something like Chuck E. Cheese, which was, I believe, there's Apollo Management a couple of years ago bought them when they went bankrupt, and they've increased their number of locations and quality of service across the United States and even going internationally, well, partially because they have a new CEO who's helping really turn the company around as well. But yeah, there are a couple instances where it's paid off in the good, but then you also have instances like, iconically Toys R Us, which again kind of screws them. They got brought out by private equity and did some bad loans, and fortunately they just kind of melted them for all this worth. And subsequently, Toys R Us is basically a shell of what it used to be, with the name still being around and licensed to a couple, boutique stores and crammed inside airports, and I think once inside a Gap or some. It's a small store within a store. It's kind of heartbreaking what has become of the good old Toys R Us. And I don't know, with Big Lots, I never thought of a compelling reason to shop there personally. I know I've had friends go there throughout the years, but really, let me know in the comments, what's the compelling reason to go to Big Lots as opposed to just, while you're at Walmart buying your food, why not just buy something there, or why not just make your stuff last longer, just build it yourself? Look, let me know in the comments, when's the last time you actually went to a Big Lots? Do you think they'll be able to successfully emerge from bankruptcy with this new ownership to guide them? Or do you think they'll just milk it for all it's worth and it'll be gone completely in the next couple fiscal quarters? Let me know in the comments, because as always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, thereby letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.